हेलो एंड वेलकम टू दिल की बातें जहां बातें दिल से दिल तक होती हैं। मैं आपकी होस्ट दृष्टि और आज मेरे क्लाइंट के साथ आई हूँ जो मुझे स्टार्टिंग में कहते थे कि कैसे उनकी लाइफ इतनी टफ है, इतनी टायर्ड है, एंड नाउ हाउ हिज लाइफ इज ऑल अबाउट मैजिक। सो हाय, वेलकम योजित।
Hey, hi, thank you so much for you know uh, inviting me here. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm super excited to talk to you. Like the
yeah,
journey you have gone through
yeah, yeah.
is very, very
Mm.
different.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It was so different. I mean, the life has been shifted a lot since then. I mean, throughout the healing sessions of 1 year, pretty much that was the timeline we have been
Yes.
sailing through. So yeah, the journey has been really good. I would say that.
Wow. So let's start with your journey. Like how when you met me, before meeting me, how was your journey? How your life looked like and how it shifted throughout your journey, like how your healing changed you.
Yeah. So, back in 2020, we had a lot of word about that situation
Um,
happened in my life. I was working in the United States at that time, and I had to come back to home. Okay, and that created lot of fracas in my life. बहुत सारी बातें हो गई, and then I couldn't get out of that zone at all for longer time in my life, right? And then I had to shift, and I was not in really good mental health, and
yeah,
that's how the journey started. Okay. उसके बाद में I was just trying to find the answer what is happening with me. That was my approach only. Nothing
yeah,
much more than that. क्यों हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, कैसे होगा आगे? Because I was in so much of fear, immense fear was there. काफ़ी चीज़
right,
उस टाइम पे, right? So बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो रही थी and then I was just trying to find the answer. And ना तो जॉब ठीक था उस टाइम पे because I was leaving everything and coming back to India searching new job.
right,
It was creating lot of chaos. सो उस टाइम पे वो सब हुआ उसके बाद में आई वाज सो टायर्ड आई वाज tired of my relationships. I was drained with the finances. I was drained with the sort of career also which I was
mm,
and at that time I felt like यार अभी तो कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा मुझे है ना that life is not happening right now जो happening वाली feeling नहीं आ रही है. I was dragging a lot to myself to that extent that I used to feel like यार कल नहीं जाना ऑफिस फिर भी जाना पड़ेगा right
mm,
and I was feeling suffocated in the jobs too and I had no idea why this was happening. I think when we go through a lot of trauma in the life that trauma lives in the body we are
yeah,
able to understand what is happening within, right? So luckily in 2020 itself I have started my journey to be on the spiritual path that helped me a lot to become aware about what is happening within me, right?
right,
Then I met Deepika at that time, right? Through her, I met you, right?
yeah,
Remember, I saw your poster in one of the group, and the objective was if you wish to get out of your toxic life or the toxic pattern which you're repeating in,
yeah,
you should be joining me. And I was like, अरे होगा यार मतलब I don't think so मतलब it will work for me because nothing has worked for me in the life. वो एक again that was a limiting belief in my life, right?
yeah,
So that was happening at that time. उसके बाद में मुझे लगा यार let's just do one thing. Let me just try for one.
yeah,
That's fine, right? And I remember I was talking to you in the clarity call. I mean, that is when the magic started to happen, right? उसके बाद में I feel that while I was talking with you on the clarity call, what I have noticed is that my body is reacting to what I'm talking to you, right? At that time, I was talking about what sort of trauma I have been through in my life, right?
yeah,
And being men, being men in the society, we tend not to share anything with anyone out there. We feel like अगर हम बात करेंगे तो they will perceive us as a weak person, right?
yeah,
So वो काफ़ी चीज़ें थी because family is supportive but they won't be able to understand the kind of journey I'm journeying right now. So
right,
that has been the case with me also, but I took that clarity call, and at that time, I suddenly started to feel my shoulders were paining a lot, a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, right. So, and I was like, why this is happening? And then I told you that, yeah, it is paining a lot. I don't know why out of nowhere I had no shoulder pain. I had no, this pain also. And then you told me that it could be that you're carrying a lot on your shoulders, and
yeah,
that is the reason you're feeling this thing, right? And that is when I felt like, okay, this could be one of the valid reason because I have been through a lot, and now what is next, what I can do. So I have to invest in myself. That is the best
Right.
investment you can do to, heal yourself, because no one else is coming to, guide you for that. And it won't happen easily, that is for sure. ये तुमने देखा है, right?
Mm.
You have to push yourself a lot first. That's important, because prior to that, my relationships were like so toxic. Okay, because the same pattern were repeating in them. Career was doomed also, though I was working in higher, the thing, with the job title, but it was not satisfactory for me, right? And it was a lot again, right? And I
Mm.
was like, I was so tired of repeating the same thing in my life, right? And it was very stagnant. It was
Right.
very stagnant. And after first healing session, I remember I got this thing with me. The thing is that I felt like I'm more, I'm able to witness the thought. That is
Yeah.
important part, right? Because I think I was carrying a lot. That is the first thing. When you carry a lot, when you feel like you are not able to understand your own self, you won't be able to start the journey at all. The journey
Yeah.
is meant to do, right?
True.
So that has been creating a lot of chaos also. Now also, even I'm talking, I'm feeling a lot of, this in my body, right?
Correct.
So that has been the case, and till that time, I was really questioning the healing process also. That यार काम करेगा ये, मतलब I'm,
Mm.
I'm investing money in that, but like ये काम करेगा नहीं करेगा, right? So but then after first session, I felt like यार कुछ तो हुआ है. I don't know what, but something had happened in my life, right? And after that, I felt like my body was so light. My body
Yeah.
was light. I remember that still. And I was like, this is one of the first experience in my life that I could feel myself. You know,
Yeah.
how I'm feeling is really important. Like we don't pay attention to how we are feeling on a daily basis, because that is a key to create your own future.
Right.
The way you feel, that is going to reflect in your future, in the in the life as well, right?
Yeah.
And I felt good. I remember, because I hate to type, so I have recorded the note for you. And I I said that, यार मुझे अच्छा तो लग रहा है, but I'm not sure like how this will work ahead now, right?
Yeah.
So that has been the case, and after that, we took a lot of session, a year almost after that.
Yeah.
And when I started my journey, at that time I was in immense fear of, like, though I'm working in a good companies, good job, good, this thing, but I don't feel that it is fulfilling for me now,
Yeah.
right? Because it was just not working out in my life somehow. I don't know how, but right.
Mm.
And it was just ride for me. It was so tough, because
Yeah.
at that time you cannot talk to your family also. And your journey, people cannot understand what you're going through in the moment, right? Because they will tell you, हाँ ये कर लो, वो कर लो, वो कर लो.
Mm.
What is the key to it, right?
Yeah.
What is that which you really want out of your life? What kind of emotions you're feeling? You're not able to express them to, be it friends, be it family, be it anyone out there. They won't be able to understand. They will do it to some extent only, not much,
Right.
right?
Mm.
And then I have started the journey. I remember post around 3 months, I got a new job
Yeah.
while on the journey. That's sort of a, manifestation I had. So I got a new job, and again, I mean, when I went to that job, it was satisfactory for a month or two, but the same pattern got repeated again at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And after that, definitely tarot was calling since long back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was delaying that a lot, I would say that, because यार I don't know यार, मतलब ये क्या होता है, कैसे होता है? Because I have taken tarot sessions back in 2020 to get some guidance, right?
Yeah.
Not in my, in a good mental health at that time, right? But I don't know, out of nowhere, that calling came. If you remember, I came to you for the tarot session only first,
Yeah.
right? To learn tarot, not for the healing thing, right? And that's how it started, to be honest. And after 1 year, I mean, I'm out of fear, right? I'm I'm here sitting next to you, and rest is history. That's how
Yeah.
it's been for me. Yeah.
I think your journey is actually magical because if we
Mm.
see, you came to talk to me about tarot and
Yeah.
then we start your healing journey. And I still remember that you said yes to me on Janmashtami. That
Yeah. True.
and I was like, it's such a magical thing. You're starting your journey on such a beautiful day.
Yeah. True. True. True.
And then I think the most magical thing I remembered happened was after our father wound session.
Yes. Yes. Totally. Totally.
And
Totally.
like, tell us more about this, like what exactly you feel when we had this father healing session.
Okay, so my father passed away back in 2017. Okay, I remember I was in the graduation school at that time. Okay, and that moment has been hard hitting for me. Like it was just like I was all over the place.
Right.
And I feel like I'm the odd man out in the family. Like my family members are so different from me,
Yeah.
right? So they have their own things to deal with, and I'm like, I'm on the point always. So my dad was like that. So he
Yeah.
was able to understand what I'm, what I'm doing right now in the life, and used to guide me for that also. So suddenly after his death, I felt like life was falling apart. Again,
Yeah.
the backbone of the family, right? So वो हुआ मेरे साथ में. उसके बाद में I went to US at that time, and the same story again, right? The moment we did the father healing, right, at that time, what I felt, I'm supported somehow. I don't know how, right?
Yeah.
Because father is a support to you always.
Right.
But I'm getting supported. Things have started to happening in my life. Things are started to move in right direction in my life. That was happening, and suddenly, out of nowhere, this one guy came into my life as as a rickshaw driver. That was a journey, I would say, right? So he was like he used to help me in everything that father
Yeah.
can do, right? And he used to guide me, beta aap ye kar lo, beta aap wo kar lo, because I met him because he was a rickshaw driver. I met him while I was on the way to the office, right? And he came by himself to ask me for the lift, and I was like, okay, मैं जाऊंगा, दिक्कत नहीं. And he said, no, 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 do one thing, मैं ड्रॉप करता हूँ आपको ऐसे. And
Yeah.
that's how it has been after that. And he was so strong because he is doing his social work also at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, while I was leaving Pune at that time, he just said one thing, you know what, be strong, you can do it. That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
I
And
remember.
my father used to tell me the same advice also. At that time, it was a shocking part in my life that, if you believe in magic, that can happen in your life.
Yes.
It can happen in your life.
Wow.
And I was like, यार ये क्या हुआ मेरे साथ में, है ना? Out of nowhere, because I was close to my dad, though we used to fight a lot at that time, but I do have a lot of qualities of my dad.
Yeah.
It is okay. And that's how I started with the tarot, because to start on this path also, it took a lot of courage.
Yes.
Lot of courage, because I worked in corporate for almost 7 8 years, and I was working on the good this thing, the company also. And I was like, यार अगर मैं जाता हूँ सामने, like how the things will work, right? And when I look back right now, that why last job didn't work, right? Because the title was good. I was working in the good pay scale also. I
Yeah.
was having really good life also, right? But what was missing? The real essence, I would say, to help people. That was it. If you remember, we also had a word about how I like to help people.
Yeah.
And I was feeling so much of suffocation happening in that job, that I couldn't convey that to anyone. The moment I
Yeah.
said that to my mother, she was like, "To pagal ho gaya hai kya? I mean, how
Mm.
you can do this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, after all of these years of your hard work, you are doing this." And I was like, "Yeah, let me do it." I don't know, because I don't like, when I'll be old, I don't want it to look back and say, "यार मैं कर लेता तो ठीक था."
Hmm.
Right?
Right.
I don't know what will happen next, and and I took that chance, and look, now we are sitting here. I mean,
Wow.
that's how it has been. Yeah,
It's actually beautiful that you took the risk because
yeah,
most
absolutely.
of the time people are scared and they
Yeah, yeah.
keep on living the same life but still crying
Mm.
about it.
Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so true, because it again, I mean, the only reason we fear is due to the fear of failure, right?
Yeah.
यार ये काम नहीं होगा तो कैसे मैं करूँगा. but I think risk is important factor in the life when we grow
Yeah,
in the life. I think I don't wanted to live a life in the box,
right.
the box of corporate where I will get dictate
True.
like that is not even my essence, right? That
Yeah,
is not true me. So now when I deal with my clients, now when I do my healing sessions with my own clients, now when I do tarot session, I feel very satisfactory in that terms,
yeah,
right? Because that had been the feeling since long that I wanted to help people, because I have been through a lot of ruckus in my life.
right.
Yes, I mean that's how it has been for me, surely.
True. And I think when we talk about jobs, they seem so attractive कि आपको एक constant stable income आ रही है, but that kind of effect it is having on your mind, on your body
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
absolutely.
damageable. It's damaging you in a very deeper way.
It's a lot.
I can explain better this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. It's a lot, right? I mean, I remember the last job I was working. I'm not saying job is bad for everyone,
Yeah,
but जो job अगर आपके लिए बना नहीं है, if you work in that environment specifically, firstly, it will take a toll on your mental health. Okay.
right.
You will feel drain always. You will feel I'm in chaos always. You will feel you will be feeling like I'm frustrated. You will feel like I'm agitated a lot. Like even smallest thing will be like in manner that you'll be out of anger, right?
Yeah,
You'll be provoked by those things, right? And
right.
exactly, even after the healing sessions, by the way, I was doing that job and it was happening with me, right? It was not that healing wasn't working, it was just that I was in the wrong environment and wrong
Yeah,
settings. Simple,
right.
right? Because I thought this is something I have to do it, right? Though it wasn't my calling. You know what?
Mm,
I was like, I was not a bright student during my school or college days. I was average, okay, ठीक है, कर
mm.
सकता है, but always a first bencher, by the way. I don't know
Oh,
how. Okay. So that has been the case with me, and I was always a first bencher. I don't know how. Okay, and I was always in the good books of
right.
people, and I have tried to maintain that somehow in my job also. People
Yeah,
pleasing, ये सब चीजें, right? And that started to drain me a lot.
right.
Right? And the moment I started healing, what I have also realized is that I cannot be like this. I am not this.
Yes.
This is not serving me anymore.
Right. I still remember that was a dream job. You were trying to
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
job from
absolutely.
long period of time though.
I know, right? So, and I was happy. I was so happy. Like initially, a month or two, I was so happy in that.
Yeah.
Like I was handling a team of 20, or I think at that time, and I was like, oh my God, this is something I really wanted to achieve in my life. That was the milestone for
Right.
me, right? And out of nowhere, that sudden hit came in my life after the healing session, right? And I was like, yeah, no, I want to leave. Every day was a struggle to even to get out of my home and reach office. Every day
Right.
was a struggle. Though I have got a new bike and this stuff, boys love में the bike and things, right? So वो हो रहा था मेरे साथ में भी, and I was like, यार, how this will work out? That was a big question. But Taro was screaming a lot inside me. You
Yeah.
have to learn. You have to learn, right? And that's how the journey has started, also, right? And I think I'm grateful for the fact that back in 2020, I started to do my do, you know the this thing where I was like I was searching for the answer at that time, and I was doing my sadhana.
Yes.
That had helped me a lot, I would say that, right?
Right.
Because sadhana has transformed the healing also, if you remember.
Yeah.
So that has been the case, surely, and truly grateful that I have listened to what I wish to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah, that's a courageous thing you've ever done, till
Mhm.
now that you actually took the action because people are like कि इतनी stable job है कैसे छोड़ सकते हैं पूरा income का कैसे होगा and they keep on this hole but you actually took the stand that, what, I have realized this thing, it's not working for me, I am ready to leave it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Perfect.
That was the case, and I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes. But now tell us like how in 5 points how your healing journey has changed you in a every area of your life.
Okay. So first thing, I was living in fear of uncertainty. Okay, so the fear is not there because I know I have always been taken care of somehow. Okay,
Yes.
I won't be able to name that specific thing, but so that is point A. Point B is I'm more self aware about what is happening within me. Okay, I would say, and that had helped me a lot to navigate in the life. Okay,
Yeah.
third is energy sensitivity rises a lot after the healing session.
Right.
You are able to understand what kind of energies people are carrying in your life, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know, like they will see this podcast, I think so, but I have removed a lot of them in my life, like a lot of them. Though I never had many friends, I just have one friend, and you also know who. Okay, so right. So that has been the case, but they were like hi, hello people around me, and they were draining a lot of energy out of me at that.
Yeah.
So I have removed all of them to be in the peace because
Right.
ni- again now healing can look like this also, right?
Yeah.
So healing is not always about being happy, dancing around, that's not how it is. You
Yeah.
will cry, you will cry, you will laugh, you will be on the grounds. You will be on the
Yeah.
grounds, grumbling about the things which is not working out in your life, right?
Right.
So that has been the case. Fourth is I think opinion of other people. That used to affect me a lot, right? At that time I was like, यार किसी ने कुछ मुझे बोल दिया, राइट?
Mm.
बातें हो गई. So how I will react to that, because I used to take personally
Yeah.
all the things, right? I don't know, somehow I got this thick skin, right, in the moment that I have started my Instagram channel because I was so hesitant to start. I was so hesitant even to show my face, if you remember,
Yeah.
because you asked me that, Yojit, you have to do that. And I was
Yeah.
like, यार मैं तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ यार ये सब चीजें, right? So that had been the case back in the past, right? And
Right.
fifth would be there is something who is supporting you. I don't know what. Okay,
Yeah.
right? There is something and you see that things are started to shifting in your life. Though
Yeah.
people won't be able to understand your journey, what you are going through, what you try to achieve through all of this, right? But you are going in one direction,
Yes.
and that's important part, I would
Yeah.
say, because it is not about them, it is about you, how
You.
much you understand your own self. And
Right.
that has been the 5 point, surely, yeah, it has been
True.
true, yeah.
I think most of the people are doing what we have been taught कि पढ़ाई करो नौकरी लगेगी लड़की शादी करो हो गया and we are actually doing this but a
True.
larger part of life is to serve people to spread the love जो कि हम
Yeah,
बहुत मिस
absolutely.
कर रहे हैं and when you are on your healing journey you realize that you're always been supported by this unknown energy like you
Always.
always know that you need something out of nowhere things will happen you are traveling like I have personally seen that whenever I'm traveling the kind of support I feel the energies are there you can't explain it in a very logical way but you know
Right,
it's
right.
there.
Absolutely, it is there, right? I mean, I remember, like, while I was in that tough mental phase, when I look back right now, at that time I was really crying in front of God that ये ऐसा क्यों हुआ, because
Hmm.
I had a good lifestyle, I had this, I had that, and why it happened with me, right? And because I remember that prior to that I was living a very shallow life, right?
Yeah.
Though finances were just on the point, the lifestyle was good, but what is the meaning behind living that life was
Hmm.
missing, right?
Right.
What is that really you wish to do, like you, when you're not meant for 9 to 5, this will happen with you a lot.
True.
Okay, and that had happened with me, and I was like, yeah, okay. And at that time, something or someone was listening to me. Some,
Yeah.
okay, something or someone was watching me always,
Yeah.
and I still feel that, right? There is someone like who is watching you, be it universe, be it God, be it energy, be it spirit, be it angel, be it archangel, anyone you named it.
Yeah.
Okay, someone is watching you always. Okay, the moment your time will come, okay, you will get all the things in your life.
Yes.
uh, and you have to work for that also at the same time to be in the alignment of that. That's the
True.
important. The work part is so important. You have to be out there and do the efforts which you need to.
Yeah. I think the alignment here is more of who are you actually, like your values. Because if, or most of the time, what we're trying to do is that we're running the race of getting nowhere.
Yeah, true.
And now we have to realize that what our actual our values are, like who we are on the core, who you are as a person,
Yeah,
and then being that energy. Like if you know your value is freedom, you can't be stuck in 9 to 5.
yeah. Right, right. Absolutely. You cannot.
Yeah,
True.
so it's more about understanding that every human on this earth has a different path to follow instead of just
Right.
going the one loophole.
Absolutely. It is. It is. I mean, like when I look back right now in like 2025, when I left the job in the month of June, I remember. When I look back right now, I feel like जो भी मेरे साथ हुआ, be it career, be it relationship, be it my life, be it anything to that extent, okay, it is meant to happen,
Yeah,
okay, because that led me here because I'm sitting in front of you because all of the series of incident happened
yeah,
with me, okay,
right.
right, and I was not in a good the mental state because at that time I was living so shallow life, like,
Yeah,
and after that it was a good jerk. I was like, oh my God, I have to wake up right now from the life and
yeah,
do something which is meaningful. Right?
right.
Because my friends are there right now, and like I remember when I started my tarot page, they were shocked like,
Yeah,
कहाँ से भाई, मतलब how, and I had no explanation for that, that
yeah,
this journey started. Yeah, so that's how it has been.
yeah. So I think like the beauty about healing journey is that you've been grateful for the pain you happened in your life.
Yeah. True. You can see that
Right.
also, right? I'm talking, I'm
Yeah.
saying, okay, oh my God, because my tone of talking was different. The way I
Yeah.
talk,
I remember how you
okay,
said chaotic, chaotic, chaotic.
yeah, true. Because that is what I was carrying within me always,
Yeah.
right? And that, what you talk, you become,
Yeah, true.
right? Your words are your spells, right? And I remember the moment we had this clarity call, you told me, you repeat this same word again and again, yaar, dekho tum.
Ah.
You know, it's a chaos. It's your primary word,
Yeah.
right? Which you are repeating again and again. क्या मतलब क्यों हो गया तुम्हारे साथ अच्छा तुम बताओ, right?
Yes.
I mean, you were like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
ऐसा
And
ऐसा
now see,
होता
you
है
can't
क्या?
relate it anymore.
Yeah, and right, and I was like, ऐसा होता है क्या? You know, and when I started to replace those words, with magic, with abundance, with
Yeah.
prosperity, things started to shift also at the same time.
Yeah.
Things started to shift in such a way. I met few people. They had helped me a lot to remove my fear, to remove the anxiety I was feeling about who I am becoming on this journey altogether.
Wow.
Because we tend to hide a lot.
Yeah.
Had done that also, right? I
True.
was I was on my spiritual journey since 5 6 years, and then I was like, I don't wanted to tell anyone that I'm spiritual because they will
Yeah.
laugh on me, or
Yeah.
they will, they will say that, okay, अरे ऐसे कैसे, you are something else, you are someone else,
Yeah.
to XYZ timeline. So yeah, it,
Right.
it had been fun.
Wow. I think it's a very beautiful journey for you, and now you are actually helping people to go on this journey.
Yeah, yeah,
So tell
absolutely.
us more about your journey with your clients, how you are helping your clients, in which way, what are the techniques you are using for them.
So currently, it's more like a healing with the breath work.
Okay.
So that is what I'm, doing currently. So one is tarot sessions. I'm doing one-on-one basis. I'm doing tarot healing as well. That has been the new, this thing, addition to that, right? So recently, as we are, saying that, I had this client. She was suffering from a bad divorce happening in her life. Like since 3 years, she was not able to move out of that pain in her life, and
Mm.
she was so stuck with it because we
Yeah.
leave those codes in our life, like same pattern happening, repeating. She said to me that she was not able to eat much in her life also. So I said to her that, okay, now we will work, but I cannot assure you that it will work for you because you have to work at the same time also,
Yeah.
right? It's a equal effort thing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then we took one session. What she notices is that her appetite got changed. That was one of the big change in her life, right?
Right.
Earlier, whenever the wave of emotions used to come in her life, she used to cry a lot, right? But now she becomes more, she was able to witness her emotions a lot at the same time, right? So that had been changed. That was on the first session. Now after, I would say, third or fourth session, she got a new job. What, right?
Wow.
So the journey has been right. So the first is appetite has been changed because of that, like her
Mm.
body was so weak, right? After that, she was happy because you have to smile.
Mm.
I mean, come on, that's a important factor of your life. Are you smiling? I mean, I think we should ask everyone out there, right? Are you smiling? So you have to smile more. That smile came back. She told me, I remember that her smile came back after all of the pain she has been through, and now this is for the first time she is smiling thoroughly.
Right.
Right? I mean, and I took that as a compliment because I was so glad that I was able to contribute in such a way.
Right.
Right? And after, I would say, fourth session, she was like, oh my God, I had this job and I was not well in that, and I was doing this, and she find a new job, like she
Wow.
got it, and pay scale was 120%, like increased in that,
Damn.
because I couldn't believe myself at the same time because what she was saying, and I was like, यार ऐसा हुआ है सच में मतलब because you don't believe, right?
Yeah.
You don't believe that ऐसा भी कुछ होता है, right?
Yeah.
And that had been the case. And now, what I've also witnessed is that her face has been changed too, right? Because emotions, anxiety, depression, any sort of bad feeling which you feel always will change how you look as well. That is
Right.
what I've noticed also, right? Now if you see her face is glowing after all of this session. So what we
Yeah.
did, we released everything to the breath work.
Yes.
Okay, what were the like emotions which was stuck in her body,
Right.
we released everything pretty much. We visited the timeline when all that happened,
Yes.
right? All that happened, everything, you have to do a lot of cleaning work,
Yeah.
this thing, right? And after that, she started to feel a lot of lightness in her body also, right? And I was like, yaar Yojit, ye तूने किया है मतलब, you have guided someone, because I couldn't believe myself I can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, can you see this, the pattern, that how low you see your own self sometime, that
Right.
though you are helping someone in my pattern, that but still you're not able to believe that
Yeah.
आपने किया है, because what you have seen or what kind of stories you are telling to your own self, that you won't be able to do it.
Mm.
How you do
Right.
it, right? So it has been the case. So tarot healing is the next one. I mean, I have got a lot of clients, they were facing a lot of issues with the emotional wave, where they were not able to understand what is happening in their life and what is going wrong. Again,
Right.
right? What I have noticed is that the kind of exact same situation what I have been through, मेरे client भी वैसे ही है. Okay.
They just copy you.
Right.
Mirror you.
Right. So that has been the case again. And I'm glad about one part of my life, that whenever I see them smiling, that
Mm.
gives me immense satisfaction, immense
Yes.
satisfaction.
Yes.
Right. It is, again, I'm just saying, the credit is not mine at all. I'm not doing anything. Right. There is something or someone who is guiding me to do it.
Yeah.
Like people won't be able to understand what that is, but एक power, कोई god या फिर कोई एक है, like that is watching you always,
True.
stuff. So yeah, that's how it
True,
happened.
true. I am so, so grateful and happy to see
Yeah,
how you have grown and you are helping people do the same. Because I still remember how you started your journey and how you have been. It's such a beautiful thing to see in a short span of time. Like people take
yeah,
years and years to come out of the pain they
yeah,
have going through, but you literally started your own journey and now you're helping people within like 1 year.
Yeah, year. Yes, absolutely.
And that's the amazing thing. And the way you are doing it, it's more like I can see how you actually connect with people. And before this, how you avoid to connect with people.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, I still remember that. I remember like people used to call me on my cell phone, and I was like, "इसका phone तो नहीं उठाना है अभी मुझे." Like they were trying to be friendly with me at that time.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they are watching this right now, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I used to do that. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I have been like this since my childhood. I was very reserved, and because my family was so protected
Yeah.
about me specifically, मेरे भाई है बड़े उन लाइक वो थे तो उनका कुछ उतना था नहीं मतलब उन लाइक होता है बड़ा बेटा तो उतना कुछ
Mm.
होता नहीं है बट आई वाज अ स्मॉल चाइल्ड छोटा बेटा है घर का राइट सो दे यूज्ड टू मेक श्योर कि इसको कुछ इतना यू नो
Mhm.
नहीं ही शुड नॉट यू नो feel that pain in the life, right?
Right.
So i
Right.
was
Right.
i was in that protective field of my family always. I remember
Mm.
that, right? But again, I think whatever is meant to happen in your life will happen,
Right. True.
right? ये तो होता ही है, which I have
True.
noticed also. जो भी
True.
होना होता है वो होके ही रहता है. You cannot deny that,
Yeah.
and it will come in some or the other form in the life.
Right. So true. So true. So now tell us, like, how was working with me really worked for you?
Oh, look, the moment you say that, I started to smile. Okay. I mean, this is the magic again, right? So, again, I remember how I was, right? I was just grumbling, I was crying, and trust me, it is allowed to cry for the men to cry. I would
Yeah.
say to all the men out there, cry if some, कुछ है चीज़ें, if that is not feeling well in the life, just speak that out to people.
Yeah.
There are people out there who can help you. Just be out there. If you are suffering in the mental state, if you're not able to understand your own feelings, if you're feeling anxious, just go out there and talk to someone like Drishti, or talk to someone who can help you. Okay,
Yeah.
so when I started my journey, I was in lot of fear about how the things will work,
Mm.
how the
Right.
things are gonna be, right? Because at that time I remember, I think I have shifted a job, and that job, which was in Hyderabad at that time, uh, turned out to be a good lesson for me,
Yeah.
if you remember, because we had this thing. So at that time it was a lot for me to process, a lot,
Right.
right? And I'm glad that job came in my life, through which I was able to start the healing journey also.
Yes.
Okay, so it is meant to happen,
Right.
right? So I started to work with you. I remember we had the call for the clarity, and you said that, yeah, I don't know the way you talk at that time. Have you noticed that तुम कैसे बात करते हो, right?
Right.
And I was like, उसमें क्या गलत है? That, I mean, that was my
Yeah.
immediate response to that, right? Because we don't notice how we talk, we don't
True.
notice what kind of stories we are telling to our own self,
Right.
right?
True.
Because these stories are creating your life,
True.
right?
They are.
And at that time, I was feeling my body was so heavy. Though I was doing a lot of yoga, like, the daily practice of sadhana and yoga was doing. But again, it was not helping a lot, because it was something within me.
Right.
That was so filled at that time. I felt like, okay, now
Right.
this is not working. I had to seek some help. I remember after the first session, the clarity dawned upon me.
Yeah.
Totally. And I don't know, something has anchored in my life and in my body. I feel very safe, right?
Right.
Because when you go through a lot of traumatic experience in your life, your nervous system just shuts down
Yes.
completely, right? And you
True.
told me that here I feel that this is what it is happening.
Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, I think मैंने आपको I have said that to you also earlier, that I was really questioning the healing process altogether.
Yeah.
Like, will it work? ये काम करेगा नहीं करेगा, कैसे होगा, ये सब चीज़ें होगी या नहीं होगी. And the moment I took first session, After the session, I could feel that my shoulders were paining a lot, the shoulder
Yeah.
blades actually, right? And next day when I woke up, right, I was feeling so light.
Yes.
So something has been shifted from my body itself, right? उसके बाद में I was like, okay, let me witness my thought, what is
Yeah.
happening within me. So the language of the thought has been changed
Yes.
after that, because
Wow.
the kind of fear I was feeling earlier, right, be it failure, ये नहीं होगा, वो नहीं होगा, something will not happening, is like one of my biggest fear जो मुझे
Yeah.
because I think I have always been ambitious about what I want in the in my life, and how I wanted it to be.
Right.
I want in that classy way. I want in XYZ thing, right? If I'm not getting anything, because I think I was running after that a lot,
Right.
because and that became a, center theme of my life.
Right.
I have to achieve this. I have to
Mm.
do this. If I do not do it, they will term me as a failure,
Yeah.
right? Again, these kind of stories you are telling to your own self, right?
Mm.
Because when you are living the life, when you grow through your life, you are collecting lot of garbage also,
Yeah.
garbage of lot of emotions, garbage of lot of opinions of the
Others.
folks around you. I mean, that was creating a lot of ruckus in my life, and
Right.
we have released all of that in first session. And I was like, oh, come on, right now.
Yes.
I'm the new Yojit.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I started smiling out of nowhere,
Yeah.
right? I started to smile out of nowhere. And that is when the calling for tarot specifically, and the calling for helping people has raised also a lot.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I think I got that clarity, and I knew one thing in my life, that corporate was not for me.
Yeah.
Since day one, by the way, okay?
Yeah.
Since day one, I know that that corporate is not for me. I cannot do this work. And though I dragged for 7, 8 years, can you imagine what sort of pressure it must be
Yeah.
in these years? Because I was ambitious. That is the only reason, that I was thinking that if you wish to achieve something in your life, that is through your corporate job only,
Yes.
right? That
Yeah.
that is again the story I was telling to myself,
Yes.
right? And I remember the job which I have left 6 months back. Prior to that, that also, that thought used to come up in my mind, that ये छोड़ा ना तूने जॉब, बेटा तू देख ले आगे क्या क्या होगा तुम्हारे साथ में,
Yeah.
right? But I think I have shifted that story by doing a lot of the work which we discussed upon, that what kind of patterns I'm repeating in my
Yes.
life, what I have to release in my life. And when I look back, in the moment, that when I reflect of on the things which I am, जो हुआ मेरे साथ में, I feel that it is meant to be, and I'm
Yeah.
grateful. Like, if you even see the thing which I'm talking right now, the pain has been turned into the blessings.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the power of healing.
Right. So because I was so much into the thing which had happened in my life, the kind of
Yes.
trauma I have been through, so I became that trauma.
Yes.
That has became my identity,
Yeah.
right? And the moment you shift your identity, and I think the moment you shift it, that is when it will also reflect in your life as well,
True.
right? Because you are Yojit, who is ambitious also, and who, like, who works very hard in his job, who is climbing the ladder of the corporate, who is working in the US, and he had to come back. And coming back, back part was so hard on me,
Yes.
so hard, because I couldn't see myself failing in my life, and that was the biggest. I would say I came back, and that was a hardship for me,
Yes.
failure in
Right.
general, right? And that is when the perception or the lens has been changed, how I see myself.
Right.
And that
Right.
is when the ruckus started to happen, or
Yeah.
the chaos, that is the word, started to happen in my life. Okay.
Yes.
But I met you, we changed the language I was talking to. We released lot of things in my life
Yeah.
which was not serving me anymore.
Right.
How I was able to access the fact that it is working because I was feeling within me,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
I was been always so active and so happy about the fact that I have to attend the healing session, or I have to attend the tarot classes also
Yeah.
at the same time, right? That was coming from within.
Yes.
But it
Wow.
was the opposite case with the corporate job, right? I was like, आज छुट्टी ले लेते, बॉस को कुछ बोल
Hmm.
दूंगा मैं, and then they will
Yeah.
do it ऐसे, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy
Right.
because being happy is also the part of the journey. हम भूलते हैं बहुत बार that in the race of
Yeah.
climbing ladders, right?
I think the most
Yeah.
spiritual thing you can do is to be happy.
Yeah, happy and be smiling. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Be joyful.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And just I would say that when you become happy, you will find all the answers within
True.
yourself.
True.
Always, always. I think when you get connected with the divine, when you get connected with that source itself, right? You cannot be sad. Come on,
Yeah.
cannot be
So
sad,
true.
right? Because like in the moment when we are talking also, when I see, I could see the reflections that how it was for me, right? How I was sitting on the sofa and talking to you about
Yeah.
this, things that अरे यार मेरा कुछ काम नहीं कर रहा यार, काम यार, like be it anything. I was crying, and
Right.
I remember I was so much of in fear
Yeah.
that time. The changes, if you talk about after working with you, is magical. That is a right word. I would say that because how I see myself has been changed, right?
Yeah.
That is the thing. How the life has been changed in a way is that I have never thought that I'll be leaving the profession which I'm doing currently. मतलब
Hmm.
उस time पे,
Right.
right? Uh, it was not the case that I was I didn't like that, because वो तो था that I hate the kind of domain I was into, but I was ambitious, right?
Hmm.
So I was like यार कैसे छोड़ूंगा मैं, like I couldn't do it,
Right.
right? But then the shift started to happen at that time after the healing session, right? And again, I'm not able to explain that how it had happened, but something had happened.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is when I have decided no more corporate boss. No
Yeah.
more 9 to 5, no matter what. No matter what,
Yeah.
no more 9 to 5 where my soul is getting sucked out of my body,
Wow.
right? And I took the journey. The finances got stable at that time, I remember. And I was earning pretty good money to live in India. So the life has been good. That has been the change. The relationship became better,
Yeah.
not only with myself but with my family, and right, the close folks, which I have in my life also. The relationship has been better a lot,
Right.
I would say. The people around me was always loving, okay, loving me throughout my ups and downs. It is just I was not able to see it,
Yeah.
right? And I remember, and one more impact which was quite intense, I would say that, on my sadhana, right?
Yeah.
Which I think very few will be able to understand this aspect if they are doing sadhana. That sadhana became so intense.
Yeah.
It is like literal inner cleansing spa,
Yeah.
right? You are being so relaxed, everything is cleaning when you do sadhana. And when you get up from that place, you are so calm and composed that you can do anything in your
Yes.
life, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like when we talk about Krishna Bhagwan, right? I mean, I remember I went to ISKCON for the first time, and I don't know how out of nowhere, that was in Pune, right? Ravet ka ISKCON, jo, we had
Hmm.
talked about. I saw that deity was smiling,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, why? Why it is happening with me? Because I have never been to ISKCON.
Yeah.
Uske pehle. I remember I was like, what, 24 at that time. right? And it could be due to the vibration I was carrying at that time, right? Because during that period I was so much into sadhana. I used to do a lot of sadhana and this thing, and it had helped me a lot also, right?
Hmm.
And the moment you said that to me, you have to set intention for the sadhana, right? That has been the game changing factor in my life,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Now if you wish to clean or the blockages for the money, you have to set an intention for that
Yeah.
and do the sadhana. Something will work. And I
Yeah.
was like, यार ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. The question again, right?
Yeah.
ऐसे नहीं होता है, right? Because maybe she doesn't know. I was like, in any मालूम क्या मतलब, like how the things work. And I was really doubtful at that time also, right? Like, and then I did that sadhana with the this thing, the intention, right? And it became magic. Like,
Yeah.
I remember money started to flow into my life, right? And whenever I used to think that I have to purchase this, I used to get that out of nowhere.
Yes.
Somehow,
Yeah.
somehow. It's a magic again,
Yeah.
right? And I was able to recognize that voice within me. That has been the important part in my life, that I was sitting within myself, and I know for the fact that this is something which I want to do, and it will happen in my life. So
Yes.
the assurance of it will get done,
Right. Wow.
that has been the case, because
Amazing.
yeah, मतलब यही हो रहा था. And I was like, yeah, okay. And now when I look back, I feel that whatever happened in my life, it is meant to be. Yeah.
Right. Like now I have heard your stories, now how the change you have built. So now as we're ending, what would be one thing you would be want to say to our audience that they must start doing this? Like any shift you think that they should start doing something in their life?
I think, like, as we're also ending this year of 2025, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Change doesn't happen on its own. Never. Okay. You have to work for that. Now,
Wow.
yeah, right. So, the work which we have to do is to sit with yourself.
Yeah.
Sit with yourself, not with the cell phone, just with yourself, right? And ask yourself that what I want, really what I want, and what kind of life I want to live. Simple,
Hmm.
right? And started to do that, the work, basically. Do the reflection on your own self, the inner work, that is what we call also, right?
Yeah.
Some journaling, right? So you'll be able to get aware about the fact that what kind of pattern you're repeating in your life.
Yes.
Whatever which is not serving you anymore, just let that go, because new things will pop up in your life out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of
True.
nowhere. If you're feeling that I'm facing some financial issues, just start to release them through healing. Start to release them through tarot. Start to release them through tarot healing, or whatever the mode of medium you feel like doing it.
Right.
You can do that, because
Wow.
I think we are carrying lot of garbage within us, you know
Hmm.
my guru say this thing is that we all are diamonds. Okay. It is just that we are in the garbage bag. We have to
Yeah.
clean ourselves first, and then only you will be able to shine in your life like me.
Right.
Simple.
Wow.
And just to add on to this, to all the men out there, right? So just they are very strong, we all know. But when you are suffering through some sort of mental issues, mental health issues, when you feel like I cannot sustain this anymore, when you feel like I'm so drained, I'm so exhausted, there is no need to drag yourself. No
Right.
need at all. Just speak to someone and let it out, because
Yes.
I think you're always supported, and it will be a good journey for you if you do that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Yojit, for doing
Thank
what
you
you're
so much.
actually doing. I'm so happy to see you here. And
It's
I
my
know
pleasure.
for
Thank you.
sure that a lot of people are going to be helped through you. because the
Absolutely.
way you see
Absolutely.
people, I can know for sure that they're going to see the changes, the results
Yeah,
they're going to see.
absolutely.
And the way you have shifted, I know
Yeah,
for sure people will shift too. And
absolutely.
that's through
Absolutely.
you. So, yes, thank you so much for
It's
doing
my
what you are
pleasure.
doing.
It's my pleasure, Drishti. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
Thank you. Thank
thank
you
you
so much.
for coming here and speaking such a beautiful things
It's
that
my
were
pleasure.
literally magical.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was indeed. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.